Welcome to the show where stories unfold.
Let's go.
People doing big things, breaking the mold. They're changing the game, making waves every day.
Big move.
Shining bright with the work that is right.
Shine on.
This is Breaking the Silence with
Nigga, they go in the building.
Unleash your inner voice and make some noise.
Turn up. Welcome to the Breaking the Silence podcast with Arthur, Nick, Nicole. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell your cousin, tell your friend, tell your neighbor to come over here and break the silence with Arthur, Nick, Nicole. Welcome to another powerful episode. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the conversation.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Breaking the Silence. I am your host, Arthur, Nick, Nicole, and this is episode 3 of the Motherhood series. Holy, I'm doing it again. Let me start off by saying, if you're listening to this right now with your AirPod in your ear, a baby on your hip, and a bottle somewhere half warm on the counter, you are seen. And if your house is loud, your sleep is light, and your nerves are wearing real thin, guess what? Mine too. This is a series for the woman who thought she was done. The woman who raised her babies, found her rhythm, rediscovered herself, and then suddenly found herself right back in the middle of diapers, bottles, teething, toys on the floor, and little fingers wrapped around her heart. This one's personal, because the house is loud again. And so is my heart. Not just with the noise, but with love, exhaustion, laughter, confusion, and the kind of grace I didn't know I had. So whether you're rocking a six-month-old, sneaking a moment for yourself, or just trying to make it to bedtime, I'm so glad you're here. So let's talk about what it really feels like to do it all over again, especially after 24 years. Let me paint a picture for you. It's 3:42 a.m. Not the time that you choose to wake up or be awake. But here you are, half asleep, half sitting with a 6-month-old tucked against your chest. Literally, y'all. Gabby sleeps right up under my chest. The room is dark except for the soft blue glow of the baby monitor, maybe. And maybe you have a sound machine going with the white noise sounds, because sometimes that works when they're young. There's a bottle on the nightstand, a burp cloth on your shoulder, a pacifier was somewhere lost in the sheets. Your back aches, your eyes burn, your shirt is stained from all the throw up through the night. And you think to yourself, I can't believe I'm doing this again. But then, baby, that baby looks up at you with those sleepy eyes, fingers curled around yours like you're the only thing that matters in the world. And just like that, your heart makes room again, right? For the noise, for the chaos, for the miracle of it all. Let's talk about what changed since I was a mother 24 years ago. Man, it feels like I'm in a candy store every time I go in Walmart and I go into the baby section, because every single time I see a new gadget, something I've never seen before. Let me tell y'all something. I went in Walmart the other day, and we were supposed to be shopping for baby bath and lotions, stocking back up on her personal things for her care. I look over, and what do I see? Epsom salt for babies to put them to sleep at night. I said, I know you lying. I said, listen, but guess what I did? I bought it because I wanted to see if it really worked. Yeah, I did. I bought it. But motherhood is never just physical, it's spiritual, emotional, mental. And when you return to it after decades, it's layered. It's layered with wisdom, with strength, with more understanding, with more patience. And at 6 months, the baby is alert, aware, smiling, growing fast. They're starting to show their personality, and you're beginning to realize the journey isn't just about raising the baby, it's about raising yourself again. Because now at 6 months, Gabby is so, oh my gosh, she is so smart at 6 months. And she's getting busier and busier by the day. And I'm like, oh my goodness, am I going to be able to keep up with you? Like, really, y'all? Now she's eating all kinds of foods. She's been laughing. She's been laughing since she was like a month old. Laughing, smiling. Now she's pushing around in her walker and even having little mini conversations, even though we can't understand each other, we're still having conversations. But this time around, y'all, I'm not rushing the milestones. I'm taking time to capture all the moments, even if they're small, all the moments. At this moment, you don't have to obsess over doing everything right, even though I do have that in the back of my mind. Am I going to get this right? Am I going to really do everything that I should have done back then now? But you learn how to let some things be messy. And most of all, you know how to pause and actually feel the moment. That's the gift, in my case, of a third chance. But you know what? What to hold on to and what to release. That noise now, it hits different. It really does. It hit differently. It's not just baby cries or bottles, clanking. It's a reminder that, you know what, this is home. Once still, maybe even a little too quiet, it's alive again. It's the sound of toys dropping on the hardwood floors, a baby giggling in the background of a phone call, the sudden interruption of your own thoughts. Because y'all know we could be sitting down thinking about something, and then next thing you know, the baby cries. You forget everything you was thinking about, right? And yes, it can be overwhelming because at times I get overwhelming. I'll get overwhelmed. I do. And I just have to say, wait a minute, Nikki. Calm down. Calm down. One thing at a time. But noise means life. Noise means love is moving around the room. Noise means you're back in the motion again. This time around, your body might move slower because Lord knows I'm moving slower, but my spirit speaks louder. You're less interested in performance and more committed to the presence. And you learn how to just show up. Just show up. You traded your control of curiosity, your guilt for grace, perfection for presence. And this baby, they don't care about how you did it 20 years ago. They only know you now. So you can't even think about you then versus now. You're more calmer, softer. And believe me, I tear up now, y'all, just for the littlest things. I cry sometimes. I'm like, oh my God. You know, this is so wonderful to be able to do this again. And I'm just excited about this journey. Because to tell you the truth, like I said, it's like going into a candy store in Walmart, seeing the new things. Now, back in the day, we had the diaper genie, but it wasn't like the diaper genies they have now. Like they're so advanced now. They got their own bags and they got all these different things to go with it. And I'm like, I was having this conversation with my sister. I was like, yeah, I think I want to get the diaper genie for Gabby. She said, girl, if you don't go to the dollar store and get you some bags and put it in a trash can. I was like, well, you know what? You're right. But I just get really excited about seeing all these different gadgets because I'm sitting here thinking now, like, did they even have the thermometers for the ear? a while ago. I don't even know if they had that. Now they got the ones that can touch your skin and take your temperature. It's so many different things out there. When my grandson Meyer was born, there was this thing that you can buy to suction the nose, not the regular, the ball, but something you can actually suction it out. And I was like, oh, they fancy, fancy. So even when he was born, I started seeing a lot of the things that were out there that I've never seen before. 29 years ago, when I gave birth to my son, there were cloth diapers in existence. Now keep in mind, my mother was old school. My mother was an old school person. She was an older mother too. So it was a lot of things I learned about survival when it comes to kids that a lot of people don't know about now. Now you got the jugs of water, that's already ready to go. Back then, my mom made me boil that water on the stove. Yes, I had to boil that water on the stove to sterilize the water. Boil the bottles on the stove, but they were glass bottles. The diapers with the pins. It was just so many different things that was happening back then. That even down to diapers, to bottles, to pacifiers. I was just strolling to Walmart the other day too, and I noticed that now they have the formula locked up. You gotta wait for somebody to come and unlock the formula to get your baby some formula. But back then, you just go get your formula and go take your 19 cans to the front and get it. But now they gotta walk you up to the front with that formula for that baby. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I do think that Walmart needs some more help when it comes to that area too, because you could be standing back there almost 30 minutes waiting for somebody to come. Like, it's just so many things that has changed, even down to y'all swimming. I saw they had something for the newborns called Little Swimmers. And I was like, I know you lying. They got something for the babies to put on to go in the pool now. Back in the day, this baby just go in there with the diapers on and, and they t-shirt. That was it. It wasn't nothing fancy about it. Like, let's just keep it real. But now it's just so many different ways of doing things. And I'm just excited because even down to the toys. When my niece Cassidy and J-Lo coming up now, going in the toy section with them, the toys are even better now. Like, I'm like, I come from the era where there was Teddy Ruxpin and Cricket. I don't know if anybody remembers that. And I had a Cabbage Patch doll every single year. My aunt from Maryland would buy me a Cabbage Patch doll, and I used to love them Cabbage Patch doll. But my mom wouldn't let me. She wouldn't let me open them though. She wouldn't let me open them. She said they just need to be in their original package. Some of them she let me play with, but not all of them. And they came with the birth certificate and all the good stuff with it or whatever case it be. Those are the days. But now they got all kinds of stuff. They got these real life dolls they big dolls that stand way up, and then they got the closet, the wardrobe closet to go with them, the house, the car, anything you want for that doll, you can get it for that doll. It's just so many options when it comes down to toys now that it wasn't back then. So many things have changed over this period of time, y'all. For 29, 24 years of me raising my two kids, so many things have changed. But I done got off subject because I got excited about the things that have changed. But I keep forgetting there's other episodes that we talk about some things I saw too. So remember, it's not just about the house getting loud again. It's that your heart is loud again. You begin to feel again. You begin to love again. You begin to care deeply again. You've been pulled in again by this little person. And instead of you being on autopilot, now you're into a mess of everyday miracles, right? And even though you never expected to be here again, you're here. You're here. And guess what? It's going to get better and better because you're present. You're building a new chapter on top of everything you've lived for and through. This is the third time around for me in motherhood, and it is holy in its own way. So to all the women rocking a 6 month old or newborn when you thought your rocking days were long gone, to the ones that are wondering, can I really do this again? Yeah, you can. You can. Absolutely. You already doing it. You're already doing it. This time, you're bringing more than just bottles and burp cloths and pacifiers on the journey. You're bringing wisdom. You're bringing patience. You're bringing boundaries because Lord knows you got to set those boundaries. You're bringing your full grown womanhood into motherhood. And that's your superpower. The house is loud again, but now you know how to listen differently. And more than anything, your heart still knows how to love like this. Not despite everything you've been through, but because of it. 24 years later, y'all, and I'm doing it again. But I know this time around, it's going to be rewarding more because mind wise, I'm more mature. Mind wise, I'm filled with more wisdom. Mind wise, I think a lot more before I do things. I don't make any just drastic decisions without thinking about it. So sometimes, raising a child, when you get the wisdom, is the best thing in the world. But if you're out there and you're doing it again after 2 decades, hang in there. You got this. We got this. So until the next episode, I hope that y'all stay encouraged, stay inspired, keep showing up, and guess what? Everything else is going to fall in place. Later.
Better days, slowly but surely it's a better space that'll waste my mind, so I meditate till I levitate, I elevate, but I learn not to hesitate no more, keep moving forward, chase my goals and focus more towards it, hate the lows but I need those to flourish, place my goals in front, that's what's important. So I ask myself what inspires me, breaking out of my shell, feeling yo shot quiet me, and now I'm breaking the silence like I'm nicking the cold, let's go. Promise you gon' see better days. Gotta keep going till you see them. Promise you gon' see better days. You gotta keep going till you see them.